traders, Day Trader Matt here of businesswithtrading.com, and today I want to look at what we did for the week in the Emini Trading Room. And this is Friday, just like last week. We made 0 trades, and this day was just choppy. It was very unclear, just didn't really give us a lot of insight. And obviously in the second half of the day it did buy up, but we're cool with just trading the first part of the day, just trading the morning, being able to get in, concentrate, make our money, and then do whatever we want to for the day. We're able to make enough money to be able to do whatever we want to do. And sitting in front of your computer all day long, it's something that I don't want to do, and it's something that a lot of other people don't want to do either. So far for this week and last week, we pulled 93 3/4 points out of the market. And that's pretty phenomenal. To be able to do that in just a couple hours per day, for me, that is enough. Because really, being able to enjoy life is the most important, I believe. For me personally, I have time to spend with my family, play guitar, read, stuff that I actually want to do, learn new instruments and travel. For me, that's what's most important. But anyway, let's get into the actual trading week, what we did, and we start on Monday. Now, Monday, we already put out a video, so this obviously is what happened on Monday. I felt there was a lesson to be had on Monday. That's why we decided to put out a video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Basically Monday we got long at 950. We got long at 23.21. Came very close to getting stopped out. And then price basically went sideways. And it finally came up, gave us our profit target. And then when it came down, it did hit our stop. Once it did take off and hit our target, we always move our stop up. And in this case, it did take it out, which we closed the room at noon anyway. So there's, really no reason to talk about this move. I could say, oh, I didn't move my stop up. I took advantage of this move, which would make me a liar and a bigot. No, I got out right here with everyone else, and we were able to make a decent amount of profit. 4.5 points, that's not that bad. And only one trade. But we did have to utilize a lot of patience, and that's why I felt like making a video would be, important. So that's why we did that on Monday. Anyway, let's go to Tuesday. And this day was even better. We made 2 trades for 12 3/4 points. When price opened right here around 9:30, it did chop around a little bit. When it came back up, we just grabbed a short. We already had our short in the market. Came up, we just took it. And we were targeting this area down here. The box was basically 21.5 down into 19. We were targeting that area. We decided to just put our target here and see what happened. Well, we ended up getting out because we wanted to get long in here. That was the main thing. We wanted to get long, but we saw a nice possible short setting up, and it actually did set up, and it was very nice. We got short at 10.13 at 22.24.5, and we were able to get long and flat and then long at 22.20 and that was at 10.36. So that was pretty nice. The market did bounce up. We took our first profit at 22.23, giving us 3 points, and then we did move our stop up from that, and we got tagged at 22.21.5, and we called it a day. Because it was already close to 11, might as well just hang out, see what happens. If another trade develops, okay. If not, there's no reason to really force things. in trading, it's really important not to force things because there's so much information coming at us, especially as day traders. There's so much information coming at us throughout the day. There's no reason to try to force it. You're like, oh, I'm already up 12 points. Let me make a trade and will the market into my area and make more. There's no reason to really be greedy. Basically, we have our setups, we have our plan, and we utilize our plan and the setups that do develop, and we're able to make money. But the more you look at a screen and the more you get ambiguous data, the more crazier your brain gets. Because the brain doesn't like probability. You've probably heard that somewhere before. But the more ambiguous data that we get, the more haywire our brain gets, for lack of a better word. And because of that, it's very easy to create trades. It's very easy to see stuff in our head and say, okay, that's a setup. And then in hindsight, you look at it and you're like, okay, well, that actually wasn't a setup. I wonder what I was seeing there. So it's very important to look at that. Okay, so let's go to our next day, which was the 15th, Wednesday. And this day we made one trade for 90.5 points, and it actually worked out very, very well. I did not expect it to work out as well as this, but it did, and that's great. So we took our long at 10.08. We got long at 23.34, and we did get a little bit more of a pullback than what I was thinking, but we had our stop down here. So if the market would have taken this low out, we would have obviously been out of the trade. Or if it would have even tagged it, we would have been out, because I definitely wouldn't have liked that. So anyway, we got long right here at 23.34. Took our first profit at 23.37, and then price just took off, and we were able to watch it and be a part of it. And then we ended up getting out when price did roll over and take out our stop, which was at 23.40 half. And that gave us 9.5 points for the day. So, very good day, all in all. This, when it started coming down, it was already close to 11:30, close to 12, which was right in here. So, not a bad time to get out of the market. If it would have just kept going up, we would have just picked a time, got out, called it a day. That's usually what I do. We're long and flat inside of 9:30 and 12 o'clock, so there's no trades outside of that. If we do make a trade outside of that, it's not counted in the room. I always tell members prior, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that, but obviously it's not counted in the trading results. So let's go back to Thursday. Thursday, we made one trade for a phenomenal 15.5 points. As price came down, I was thinking about getting long down here before price ran lower. As it ran lower, decided just to wait and see what happens. We did get a little bit of a chop, and then price actually did move up, and we got short at 23.47 at 10.34. At 10.34, we got short at 23.47. As price did shoot down, this was one of our target areas. 23.40, we got out half. We got out half here, and as price started to chop around, it moved lower again, and then as it started to come up, didn't really like it, got out at 23.38 half for a 15.5 point gain. So not too bad on that day. And we already talked about Friday. Friday opened up a little lower. As it started moving up, it just was very choppy, very ugly, and I would prefer just to stay out of a choppy, ugly market. So it was still a good day. Yeah, we didn't make any money, but we didn't lose any money, and that's actually more important. And you might say, okay, why is that more important? I want to make money. That's why I want to trade, or that's why I am trading. I want to make money. But in the grand scheme of things, setups are going to come. Setups are going to be there. That's guaranteed. Setups are going to be there. If you take them or not, that's not guaranteed. Because you may or may not like them. You may or may not be trading that day. I have no idea. But setups are going to come. They're going to be there. So there's no reason to force trades. You're like, all right, well, the market went up, so I'm going to get long right here. Hopefully it keeps going. Well, yeah, it did keep going, but it came down. Are you willing to take that type of heat? I'm not. That's not the way I want to trade. I want to trade very methodically and very mathematically. So I have my risk management. I know what I'm going to risk with every trade, and I know my profit potential over the long run. If I take these setups 1,000 times, then I know what's going to happen. It's similar to a casino. A casino looks at numbers and they say, okay, if this machine gets played 1,000,000 times, then we're going to make money. Because the law of large numbers, and plus they have a statistical edge, and it's a very small edge, but they know they're going to make money over time. And trading is exactly the same way. I make 1,000,000 trades with this particular setup, I'm going to come out ahead. And that's the way we should really look at trading. So, yeah, I know a little bit of lessons there. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you enjoyed anything in particular that you want me to talk about more, definitely let me know in the comments. You can also email me directly, support@abusinesswithtrading.com. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the recap of the week, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.